Have you ever felt like your light was about to go out? Like the world was just too heavy, the storm's too strong, and you were just a tiny flickering flame? It's in those moments of fragility that our true strength often appears. Today's story, The Candle and the Wind, is a beautiful reminder that even the faintest light can conquer the darkest night. In a quiet village, an old candle maker named Alara lived. Her candles were special. People said they glowed with a soft, warm heartbeat. This wasn't just a charming detail. It hinted at a deeper truth. Real strength isn't loud or overpowering. It radiates quietly and steadily from within. But no place is safe from storms. One brutal winter night, fierce winds and rain swept through the village, extinguishing every light. The world went black. Alara rushed to her workshop, her heart sinking as she saw the devastation. Every single candle she had made was out, except for one. In the center of the room, a single, tiny flame trembled, but refused to die. This little flame, surviving against all odds, becomes a powerful symbol of resilience. What did Alara do? She didn't try to relight the others or mourn her loss. Instead, she cupped her hands around that one small, struggling flame, shielding it from the drafts. She sat there all night, cold and afraid, but she did not move. As the sun rose, the flame was still there, alive and steady. This is a profound lesson. Sometimes perseverance isn't about winning big battles. It's about protecting that one small, fragile part of yourself and refusing to let it be extinguished. A few days later, a young boy named Noah came to see Alara. He was sad and discouraged. He was telling her that the other kids called him weak because he was too quiet and shy. Noah is all of us who have ever felt small or insignificant in a world that praises loudness. Claire didn't give him a lecture. Instead, she showed him the little candle that had survived the storm. She told him how it endured, not because it was big or powerful, but because it believed its light mattered. In that instant, the candle became a mirror. Noah saw himself not as weak, but as resilient. He realized that strength isn't about being bold or perfect. It's about the simple, stubborn will to keep shining, even when you feel vulnerable and exposed. Being small is not the same as being powerless. Inspired, Noah began to help others in a small, quiet way. He mended fences, supported his classmates, and offered kindness wherever he could. His own inner flame started to grow brighter, not through force, but through service. People stopped seeing him as weak, not because he changed into someone else, but because they finally saw the beautiful light he'd had all along. The world often changes its view of us when we stop trying to be what it wants and start being who we truly are. Years went by, and Noah grew up to become a teacher, a guide for children who felt lost, insecure, or unseen, just as he once had. He went back to visit the now aging Alara and told her how that one little candle had shaped his entire life. Alara smiled and said, "You are now the candle, lighting the world for others." The circle was complete. The tiny flame that once fought to survive had ignited hope in someone else, who then passed that light on. True resilience isn't about being invincible. It's about staying lit long enough for your light to reach someone else who desperately needs it. This story speaks to anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed or inadequate. The storms of life are real winds of criticism, failure, and fear will always come. But surviving them doesn't mean we have to be unbreakable. It just means we have to be willing to keep shining, even through the cracks. And here's the most liberating truth of all. Fragility isn't the opposite of strength. It's the very place where strength is born. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves to connection. When we struggle, we learn compassion. When we fail, we discover humility and courage. The candle didn't fight the wind by becoming harder, survived by being exactly what it was, a small flame that simply refused to give up. Modern life demands that we be constantly strong, confident, and enough. But real strength is quieter. It's the decision to get up after a fall, to hope after being hurt, to care even after disappointment. Like the candle, we shine brightest when we embrace our imperfections, not hide them. Noah's journey proves that when we nurture our own inner light, we naturally become a beacon for others. A small act of kindness, a word of encouragement. These things can illuminate someone else's entire path. So as you go through life, remember the little candle in Alara's workshop. Survival wasn't a miracle. It was simply a choice to be steadfast. Your light matters. You too can shine, softly, quietly, and beautifully. Long enough to chase away the darkness for yourself and for all those who need your light the most. What keeps your inner light burning? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories here on English Life Tales. Reflect, learn, grow. Thanks for watching.